Hi everybody, this is Wendy. Welcome. I'm so excited to be designing something here today for Splitcoaststampers. This is a cute little box I've made, and well, I guess it's a box bag. And the thing about it is it uses a 6x12 sheet of paper, so you could get two of these out of one sheet of paper. I happen to be using the Myth and Magic designer series paper from Stampin' Up. I've got some ribbon, a couple Copic markers, some Memento Tuxedo Black ink, Rich Razzleberry ink from Stampin' Up, and the Magical Day stamp set and framelits. And then I'm using the layering circle framelits and stitched shapes framelits. So to get started, I just grabbed my full 12 by 12 sheet and cut it in half at 6 inches, which gives you a 6 by 12 sheet of paper to work with. And then you can use a trimmer or you could use a scoreboard, pretty much whatever you wanted to do your scoring. And you are going to score the paper on the 12-inch side at 4 inches, 5 and 3/4 inches. And you're going to cut it at, score it at 9 3/4 and 11.5 inches. So just kind of going along there, scoring at each spot. And then you're going to turn your cardstock or paper 90 degrees and score at 1 3/4 inches. So as you can see, it doesn't take much scoring at all. Super simple base scoring. And then you're just going to fold on all of your score lines. Just fold. And if you want to use a bone folder here, you can, but I just really didn't think it was necessary. Then you're going to trim away this little corner piece down here at the bottom where you did that 1/2 inch score line at the very end, that 11.5 inch. You're going to cut away the bottom. Then you're going to cut in on the score lines at the bottom where you scored the 1 3/4 inch mark, just up to that base score line. This is going to create the bottom of your bag or your box. So we're just trimming in here on each of those. Once you have that done, I'm going to show you the quick layout for your adhesive. So you just need a few strips of adhesive. I always recommend using something like Tear and Tape, Redline Tape, Be Creative Tape, some sort of really strong adhesive that is going to hold your box together well. You need a couple of pieces of adhesive on your end strip and then a couple on your tab, and that's it. It doesn't actually require very much adhesive in order to put this together. So I'm going to remove my release paper from the back of these pieces. Fold this together at the top, or on the edge, I should say. So the box shape comes together first. You're going to tuck in the smaller flaps, tuck in the flap that had the adhesive on it, and then close the bottom flap. And there you have it. That is your base box. Now, you could do a lot with this. You could leave it empty if you wanted, open at the top. I chose to pinch it. So you saw I pushed in there with my index finger and then pinched closed. And then I took a hole punch and punched 2 holes at the top of the bag in order to be able to run a piece of ribbon through and close this. Now you could close it lots of different ways. You could put adhesive at the top if you wanted to, if you didn't want any sort of holes punched in it. You could grab another piece of cardstock and fold it in half over the top and then do some sort of a staple at the top. There's lots of ways you could close it, or you could just leave it open and have some cute stuff sticking out the top. I'm going to fill these with candy, but you could put all kinds of fun stuff in them. They're a great size box. You could put, let's see, what are all the wonderful things you could put? They're about 4 inches tall, a little over than 4 inches tall. They're 1 3/4 inches deep and about 4 inches wide. So it's a great size. You could put chapstick, you could put different cosmetics, little hand lotion samplers, stuff like that. I also thought I might put some fun essential oils in there. Okay, now I've got my shapes that I've die cut from those framelits I showed you at the beginning of the video. This is a circle, stitched circle, and I'm going to do some fun masking for this image. I'm going to mask off the bottom that says magical because I only want to stamp the top. So you can ink up your image after putting regular old Scotch tape onto the stamp. Remove that Scotch tape, which took me a second because it was a mess, FYI. And then stamp the rest of your image. So I'm going to actually stamp the sentiment right there at the top, and then I will actually stamp this whole image again on a piece of scrap cardstock and just cut out the magical word to pop it up because I would like it to have some dimension. So I'm going to use my framelit here that came in the Myth and Magic framelit set or magical framelit set and cut that out on my Big Shot. And then I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp my little seahorse at the bottom of this circle because I'm going to use Copic markers to color it. So then look what I did. I tell you what, I was ready to cuss, but that's okay. So I dropped the seahorse on accident off of the block because I didn't get it put on the block well. And so I decided, okay, this time I'm going to stamp the seahorse first, and then I can go back in and clean off my stamp and redo this part. Now, normally I would cut something like this out and edit it out of a video, but I actually left it in with the intention of showing you everybody makes mistakes. Even those of us that do these video tutorials, we make mistakes, things happen, and you just roll with it and fix it and move on, right? So I'm going to ink up this stamp again, and that gives you a chance to see this technique again. Remove that Scotch tape and then stamp down my sentiment. And I'm going to cut out my other sentiment on, or the other part of my sentiment on the Big Shot. While I am doing that, I thought I would just say that this bag is such a cute bag to make, or box, whatever you want to call it, for all kinds of things. You could use it for a party favor. You could use it for teacher gifts. You could use it for Mother's Day, Father's Day. It all depends on how you decorate it as to how you use it. You could also use it for Father's Day that's coming up. You could use it, gosh, there's just so many endless possibilities. Oh, birthday party favors. You could make birthday party favors. In fact, this particular decoration, Hope Your Day is Magical, would be perfect for like a wizard or some sort of fun birthday party that had kind of a magical theme. You could use it Disneyland type theme stuff. That would be cute. So I have my YG06 Copic marker here, and I'm going to color in my seahorse. And then I've got the V06 Copic marker to color in the spine of the seahorse and the little, whatever those are, wings. Seahorses don't have wings, but I don't know what they're called, so we're going to go with wings. It's magical, right? So I kind of just tried to match the colors best I could using my Copic markers. And you saw at the beginning of the video that the bag was actually a different color. So you can really make these any color, any design you want. And then I'm just going to use snail adhesive to adhere it to the scallop circle that I cut out with my layering circle framelits, using more of these dimensionals because I want to pop this up on the front of the bag and give it some more dimension. And then I'm just removing the release paper from the back of the dimensionals, and then I'll be able to put it onto my bag. I personally am going to be using these for a card class I'm teaching. I am going to give these away as the favor or the goodie for the class as a thank you for coming to the class. So I'm going to make a bunch of them and fill them up with candy, and then they'll have these sweet little boxes. Oh, this is a good tip. You can stick your bone folder in there to pop the box out, because it will have a tendency to kind of collapse on you. So that's something you can do to poof it back up. So there is the project. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this. I really enjoyed making it for you, and all the details and dimensions are listed as well. So you can hopefully make a whole bunch of these fun boxes and bags for yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.